It's Wednesday, July the 1st. Happy Canada Day.
Bruh.
You're tuned in to the Chammy Podcast. I'm Vince.
You know these people know it's not Canada Day, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because I posted.
It's Canada Day.
I posted on the web.
It's Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.
Yes.
I gotta say that Canada Day is officially better than July 4th.
Why?
I'm just gonna drop that there.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna explain it. I'm just gonna put it there, and I'm gonna let people fight, and I'm just gonna laugh.
Okay, fine, sure. I don't see a difference. They're the same shit to me.
All right, okay, all right. If that's what you think.
When you're standing at Niagara Falls, it's all the same shit.
What are we talking about? People come for our falls. That bitch ass American Falls sucks.
I mean, fireworks is the same no matter where you are.
Yeah, true facts.
So it's okay to me.
True facts.
Okay. Canada
That's a good Kanye
Day.
West song. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Beggars can't be choosers, bitch.
Yeah.
This ain't Chipotle.
Okay, yeah. Chipotle.
Sorry, Chipotle. This ain't Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle, yeah. I could go for some Chipotle.
Schoolboy Q, man.
God, I love Chipotle.
It's a Chipotle. Come on. You just corrected me.
I know. You know, I do love me a good Mexican meal.
Didn't they, like, give a bunch of people salmonella or some shit?
Probably. I don't know. I see the wrong guy. I just eat.
I just eat it. And if I get sick, I get sick. I don't ask questions.
Yeah, it just happens. Sometimes you just accept it. It's like fate.
Stay night.
Yeah.
Just don't ask questions.
That's the one.
There's 17 sabers.
There we go. Now you understand where I'm coming from. Thank you. Yeah. If you guys are going out no, you know what? Just don't. Just continue to stay in.
I'm going to assume the majority of our listeners are in America.
Yeah.
And I'm going to agree with that statement.
Just stay in.
If you live in New Zealand, bro, do whatever you got to do.
Yes.
All right, you're free.
Do what you need to do.
Do what you need to do. If you're in Canada, wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Try to avoid big crowds.
Not that there's going to be any big crowds on Canada Day, because I don't think there's any
events happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sadly.
I think the events will all be house parties.
It also doesn't help that Canada is on a Wednesday.
True.
So,
do you get the day off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get the day off, but who cares?
But who cares, bro? Whatever.
Who cares? Like, who gives an F? Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's where we are. Summer's here. The summer solstice has passed. It's a hot one out there. It's been sticky. It's been rainy. It's
What is the solstice?
The summer solstice?
Yeah. What's a solstice?
It's the longest day of the year. It passed.
We're almost back at winter.
Yeah. You know that now the days are getting shorter.
Slowly but surely.
Yes.
All right.
They are.
Good.
They are until December.
Good.
Okay. Anyways, now that we got that out of the way, let's start things off with a question to chew on.
Go.
Because Paul Chew has written in rather hastily.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Chew says, "What are the different stages of tiers of being an anime fan, and what are the requirements to advance to each level? I've always been a fan."
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until the past couple of years, thanks in large part to TNIB, that I took it seriously.
Sorry. Our bad.
Over the past 2 years, I've watched dozens upon dozens of shows and series. I read up on the must-watch and best-of lists and catch all of the heavy hitters. I now watch things on Crunchyroll as opposed to just waiting for dubs.
Mm-hmm.
I even make suggestions to others based on their current habits and enjoyments.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I had progressed to at least a mid-level anime fanboy at this point, but with pretty much every episode on the show, you guys mention an anime phrase that I need to look up.
Oh, is that like what's causing us to not have as much like penetration? Are we just too deep in the fucking nerd culture?
Maybe. I'm clearly still just a newbie weeb. I will continue to strive to get to your levels, senpai. Happy Canada Day to you all. First thing, yes, Anthony's your senpai, but you can address me as Vince Sama. So let's just...
Bro, you're not... Okay, fine. If you want the Sama, I'm going for the Dono.
Oh, wow.
You gotta go for that Anthony Dono.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. The different levels.
I am the shogun of this. I am the military leader.
Interesting. All right, so if different anime, I don't know if there's levels.
I would definitely say there's like levels.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't know if it's
I don't know if it's as granular as you think it is.
yeah. It's not like did you watch Boku no Pico? Now you're top tier. Like
Mm.
it's more. It's
Like there's definitely like I would categorize it to like there's entry,
mm-hmm.
which is entry,
Yes.
mid, which is most of us,
Yeah.
and then there's the top.
But like we got to come up with like secret names for each level. Like I would say like if you're beginning,
Yeah.
my favorite one I saw was on SATs and it was a person who's starting out anime.
Mm.
They're a weeblet.
Yeah. A weeblet, yes.
That
yes.
was my favorite.
You're a weeblet, you little weeblet.
Yeah, you little weeblet. Oh, look at you. You're watching Naruto, you little weeblet. I love it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Right. And there would be like I have a controversial opinion about being hardcore and being mid-tier in what you do. I would say that a mid-tier person is going on like Nya. They're going on like all the fan dub sites and they're downloading torrents of anime, right? I would say that's mid-tier.
I wouldn't.
But I would say that top tier, like high level tier, is the person who is tired of doing that. And they're just like, fuck it, I'll just pay the dollars for the anime. And they're the like, when I see the progression of anime, I see you watch the ones that are on Netflix because everyone has a Netflix account, like zero barrier to entry.
Yes.
Then you move over to be like, oh, I only watch these dubs or these subs because they make Naruto swear.
Yeah.
Right. And then once you do that for a while, you're just like, fuck it, this is so inconvenient. I just need as much anime as efficiently as possible.
Yeah.
So Crunchyroll.
Oh.
Right. Funimation app.
So you think torrenting is mid tier, but paying is top.
But paying is top tier because you've been through that like, oh, I'm gonna try and be the guy that's on the edge. But now these paid tiers have that bleeding edge shit. So it's just like, fuck it. Just I want to consume as much as possible as fast as possible.
I see where you're coming from, and like I get that argument only because I definitely fall into that.
Yeah, and I would like I'm not as big on the anime as you are, but I would say I'm above mid tier.
The only thing I would say is like if you were going to get into anime today, you don't know the torrent experience.
I guess I'm thinking about it from like how I started.
Yeah, because I started out like where like obviously we started in the era where there was no stream.
But yeah, you go to Roger's Video and you get Dragon Ball Z Volume 2 with episodes 4 to 7.
Yes. But I'm just saying like if you're starting today, like Paul the past 2 years, after Netflix, it is well, where's the next place? And it is Crunchyroll or Funimation or Amazon Prime or Hulu streaming or whatnot. And it's only after that when you realize you start to look deep in and you're on like ANN and stuff and you're looking at what are the cores for the year and you pick ones you like and you realize that there's an anime there that's not being licensed or picked up by any of the networks. Then you become hardcore and you're like,
okay,
I gotta get this off the H subs.
Ooh, H subs. Okay.
And then you gotta be like, I gotta remember to download that weekly and integrate it into my Crunchyroll mix.
Okay, I can see this happening. I guess the tiers would depend on the age in which you started.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think so
that's the Zoomer tier. Right? That's what I was talking about was the millennial tier.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about the Zoomer tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that they do I think if you let's agree that if you are paid for an external streaming service that is anime dedicated, but you're still dabbling in downloading and doing the pirating scene,
you're beyond saving.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, you're full on weeb. You're full on degenerate.
I think
you've probably been on 4chan at least once.
Yeah, I think if you have at least, if I say to you, hey, can you tell me your top 3 waifus and you know it like that, then you're dead.
And even if you could like give me 2,
like
you're gone.
Yeah,
you're gone. It's too far.
Like if you've changed the wallpaper on your phone or like your desktop.
Woo.
I know. You know what? I just got out of that, so I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, but you put like your real life waifu on your phone.
Yeah,
and
that's not anime though.
That's disgusting.
That's not.
What if you made her anime?
Oh, shit. Does it count because she's Asian? Does that make her anime? Or just No.
Can I say that? Is that? Am I gonna get canceled?
Okay.
Can I say that?
Okay. All right, but
All right, I'm gonna take a controversial stance.
oh shit!
All Asian females are anime.
Oh my god!
That's all I'm saying. All right.
Okay.
It's just that depending where you come from, is the budget of your studio.
Yes.
Right.
All right, that's fair enough.
So if you're in the jungle,
yeah. Oh fuck.
That's that. That's that '80s 2-frame.
Oh.
But if you're in the fancy,
oh shit, okay.
then you're on that trigger, that Kyoto animation.
Shit, wow. Okay, wow. That's one hell of a pull. Okay. I'll also say, you're definitely beyond mid if you've attended a convention.
Oh, most definitely.
Yes.
I have seen like people who just got into anime
and they
go to a convention and it's almost instant transition.
Yeah.
Because they see all this stuff and it's still like wide-eyed wonder.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god, this is all so cool and all the things.
Yeah, and then you get that community acceptance, like, oh, this is not weird.
Oh, everyone here's so nice to me.
Yeah.
Right?
They understand me.
And then they make that one questionable purchase.
Yeah.
Like they get the boob mouse pad as a novelty.
Yeah.
Or they get the body pillow as a novelty.
Yeah.
And then it's over.
Yeah.
That's the speed run.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a newbie and you go to the convention,
yeah.
like you just jumped a tier.
Yeah. So yeah, I know that like if you're just getting into anime, like going to a convention doesn't seem like an attainable goal right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say if anime for you exists beyond the screen, then you're more or less at the top, I would say.
Beyond the screen is a good way to put it.
Yeah. Like I know Paul mentioned like we make references to things, but that just comes with time, right? Like you just the more and more you consume, the more and more you understand. Like and even though we may say things here that you might not understand, I think you have to remember that neither Anthony or myself are up to date. Like we don't know a lot of current stuff.
Exactly.
Right? Like we are definitely in a little time capsule.
I want to say I haven't been up to date in like the past 5-6 years.
Like I know some stuff from modern, but like I'm definitely
that Demon Slayer though.
that Demon Slayer. What a piece of shit.
What? You love it.
Oh, shut up.
You love Demon Slayer.
No, I only like the opening scenes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I wouldn't be worried about it. I mean, unless you really want to flex on somebody.
It's also kind of like hard to flex as you get older.
Is it?
Right? I feel like when you meet people in like physical meet space.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, like, what are your hobbies? Usually, you're leaving anime on the back burner.
So my whole team at work understands that I am the big dork in the group.
Yeah,
now.
But you power move them.
Oh yeah,
right. Like I don't think that's the norm.
Okay.
I think that's just
Fair
straight
enough.
up we're fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
And hey, what do you do? Oh, I collect video games. And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, no one just says that off the dome. Like,
yeah. I was on a call and it's in this room and for the listeners, this room has like my glass cases now. And someone was like, Vince, is that Sailor Moon? And I'm like, yeah, what of it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it is.
Who's your favorite scout?
Yeah. And someone was like, I bet you got to transform in there. You fucking bet I do.
Hell yeah, I do. Like they're trying to say it as a jab, right?
Yeah, I'm like, you see that big fucking Devastator?
Yeah, see
like,
this thing?
Yeah.
It's like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Cost me like $500. Yeah. Where do you think my paycheck goes?
But yeah, I don't know. So there you go. That's what we feel about anime fandoms and I guess where it resides in the general tier list.
And you know what? Anime is inclusive. Okay.
Is it?
I think now it is.
Yeah. Okay. It is.
I would say you know what? That's my controversial take. The anime community too soft.
Too soft.
Too soft. You gotta be flexing on these fools. Oh, you didn't watch the latest shit,
wow.
dummy. Oh, you
soft.
don't know the voice actors' names? Oh, you fucking casual. We gotta get back to late 90s, early 2000s elitism.
If only it were like that. If only it were like that. All right. So we have an email from Brian.
Sup? You got a Mac attack?
It has no subject. No subject.
No subject. Just in a rush.
He writes, "Hello, Vince, TJ, and crew."
Wow. Wow. What? How you... Bruh, TJ doesn't even talk on here. How you gonna do me like that?
I hear TJ laughing. What are you talking about?
How you gonna do me like that, man?
Keep up the good work and thank you for the consistency of the podcast.
No problem.
Oh, and hey, Anthony,
Sup?
thanks for blabbing me out about Vince.
Listen, I told you. I was gonna rat you out, buddy. I told you to your face.
To your 1 or 12 Twitch viewers.
I told you, baby.
In defense, when I said Vince is similar to Daria, I was only referring to her view and not wanting a 9-to-5 corporate job.
No, I had to stretch the truth.
Oh, okay. But if Anthony thinks Vince is similar to Daria, then I guess that's his opinion.
Okay.
Monkey with paws over face emoji.
Sure. All right. I see how you're playing this game.
All jokes aside, for this week's question, have you guys ever encountered anyone spilling out your secrets when you thought the person was cool and got your back? Have a great evening and continue to stay safe. B-Man.
I've definitely... Like, if the secret is important...
Yes.
No. I guess. Like, if it's something I told to somebody and it's like, it's technically a secret because I've only told it to them, but I didn't make it a big deal, then it's like, okay, people have told other people. And there are certain things that I expect that people will just tell people. Like, I expect you that whatever you talk about here, your girlfriend's probably being told what is happening here.
Likewise.
Exactly. But I've fortunately never been in that situation where like I've confided in somebody.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no, I have.
Ooh.
I definitely have, and it's been recent.
Ooh.
But
Tutton.
What are you doing? You're doing like ninjutsus over here. Are you gonna breathe fire at me? You gonna summon a frog?
Maybe.
What are you doing?
I'm practicing.
No, okay. Then I have been in it recently, like a couple weeks ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's not necessarily something I want to talk about on air.
That's fair, because this is a very touchy subject.
Yeah, and I did feel like super betrayed because it was a really serious topic.
Oh.
Right. And yeah, it sucks. I have.
Okay.
But definitely over something like, say, I don't know, if you were like comparing somebody to a cartoon character and then the other person told the person that was being compared, like obviously that wouldn't be a big deal because, you know, we're all bros here and it's just we're just jonesing each other, you know? Like I don't think that would really be an issue.
But that Dragonite though.
I still can't believe she... Oh, okay, I'll just tell the reference here. I still can't tell if this is good or not.
I think it's an insult.
She's like her and all or not all her roommates because she only has one roommate. Her and her roommate say that it's strictly a positive gesture.
All right.
So I don't know if it's a culture thing.
All right.
But my girlfriend, her nickname for me is Dragonite.
Fuck.
And at first when I said that and I was like that was the most, or she said that, I was like that was the most savage burn I've ever received.
Yes.
I am Yellow Barney.
Yes. I'm so it's crazy because Dragonite's one of the most like fearsome Pokemon.
Oh, he crushes.
But he looks like the most dopiest like
that
character.
guy can fly Mach speed. He can go around the world in like hours.
His name is Dragonite.
Yeah.
Like, and when you see the evolution from like Dratini to the elegance of Dragonair,
I think the only one more drastic is Magikarp to Gyarados.
Yes, but that does it in a good way. Like Dragonite's reversed from Dragonair.
Okay. What?
I think Dragonair's way cooler than Dragonite.
Okay. So yeah, and that's it. And it's just like, bruh, are you like, this is like our 5th date. Are you really just gonna like rip on me like that? And she's like, no, it's a positive. Right, so I clap back immediately with like, well, you got slow bro face, like whatever. All right, sometimes you stare off out the window.
Oh no!
And you look like you used amnesia on yourself.
Okay.
But I took that back. That was in the heat of the moment.
Wow.
I didn't mean
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I didn't mean it.
But I guess back to the question here. You've been betrayed by secret outings.
Yeah, but that's funny. It's not.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, like if I told you something in confidence, like about my personal life or
Mm.
like my mental state or
Mm.
something like that,
Mm.
then I'd be like real fucking pissed.
Mm.
The only other thing wouldn't be necessarily like telling secrets behind my back, but making fun of me behind my back. Because I've definitely been in situations when I was younger in school where someone would be nice to my face.
That's called bullying.
Yeah. So someone would be nice to my face, but then like,
Okay.
or like I'd even like invite them to my house and they'd be really great.
Yeah.
But then at school, I learned that they're just talking shit about me constantly, but then using me for something else, right? Like that hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
What was like that one example? Like I brought like 3 people over because like they were really nice to me, whatever. So I'm like, yo, guys, come over for lunch, we'll play games or whatever. And they all came over, and then I went upstairs to get them drinks. And when I came down, I caught them trying to steal my video games.
Wow.
And then as they ran out of the house, they all dropped it. And then someone tried to steal shit from my garage as he was running away.
Wow.
So I chased him down with a golf club.
Wow. That's rough.
Right? And so like that shit hurts like a motherfucker because like you have this trust in these people and you're like, oh, I'm making relationship strides. But then it totally flips, right?
Right.
I feel like that would be kind of the same amount of pain, just like at a lesser amount.
Okay. Let's see. For me, have I ever had someone tell? Yeah, of course. I'm trying to think of like I have a couple recent ones.
Mm-hmm.
How important are they? I guess in the grand scheme of things, like I don't really tell anything that's too important to people.
You're pretty close to your chest.
Yeah, like I do hold things pretty close. So like anything I do say to somebody, like I say with the assumption that like this can and probably will get out over time. So it's never anything that's super serious, except if I'm like drunk.
Oh yeah.
And then I might say something out of my control.
Mm-hmm.
And then that might go somewhere.
It might go viral.
Yes. Yes.
Within the family structure.
Yeah. Like so like that has definitely happened.
Mm-hmm.
That has happened definitely within like the past 6 months? Year? Maybe? I don't know. Pretty close.
I think we had that party in like January, February.
Yes.
With the Peach Crown Royal, baby.
Yeah. So we had that. Yeah. That's kind of like, well, whatever.
That was a good party.
Yeah. And then even before that, there wasn't a time I don't know what the fuck happened, but like, it was definitely like a work event.
Mm-hmm.
Or not a work event, but like a after work.
Yeah, definitely got hammered and called my boss a bitch.
No. I can't, to be fair, like, to put into context, like, yeah, without like really giving away the story, I may have said something like, we'll say it's a controversial opinion or a controversial something.
A controversial take.
Yeah, on something. Mm-hmm. Maybe not everyone would agree with me on that.
I think the definition of the internet definition is a hot take.
Yes, a hot take. I may have had a hot take or two while I was drunk.
Okay.
And some guy that I work with, he heard it and he's like, okay, cool, whatever. But I think he thought that he could use that against me in a situation that involved some other people. And so that went down.
Cutthroat businessman.
Yeah.
Do I know this story?
You do know the story.
I need a reminder after.
Yeah. And then, so that kind of was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
But
that we're bros.
But the person that he told it to, because he tried to use this information on another person to get them on their side,
which people do.
But this person he told already knew everything about me, and they were like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
I understand. What you're talking about.
Now you understand. Now you know the situation. Yeah. You remember now, and so things worked out fine.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like I was okay, but it was just like, "Yo, dick move, but
Yeah.
okay, thanks.
No, you that was on purpose.
Yeah.
You knew that was gonna
Yeah.
happen, and
Yeah.
so you set up the counter plan.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah, it fucking sucks.
I'm playing 40 chess over here.
It fucking sucks. But in relation to, I know this question stemmed from Brian saying that I was like Daria.
Yeah.
And no, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
In the what I quoted the thing where it was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to decide on a career in my teens or
Yeah.
whatever, and he's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? And it definitely is not like, we're not like, oh shit, Brian, we're talking shit about people. Oh no! Like if it was like that, I wouldn't have said it. But also, yeah, like I don't know if we're like, if we want to talk about like our friendship specifically.
Sure.
Like,
oh, like you and me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I feel like we are harsher on each other
Than most people. Yeah.
And in a way where it works for us because we're both kind of degenerates.
Yeah. But it totally makes like when we're hanging out with, say, like maybe a significant other,
Yeah.
or like a larger friend circle.
Yeah.
It does make everyone else kind of like, whoa.
Like uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
are you guys really friends?
Like there are things we share with each other in private.
Yeah.
That I don't think most, especially guy friends,
Yeah.
don't do.
Yeah.
And then also when we're out in public,
Yeah.
like we fucking stab each other. Like we go for it. And like I've definitely had some people be like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, what? What are you talking about, bro? It's like, that was really mean. And it's like, no, that's like child's play. We're good. Like,
It goes deeper than that.
yeah, it goes deeper than that. Yeah, and it's just like, I guess I don't think about it when it comes to like stuff like that, like what he said.
Yeah.
I was like, that was barely even anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's just fucking go, right? But sometimes I forget that like the way we interact with each other is so much different.
Yeah, it's definitely not the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, yeah, it is definitely not the norm. So, meh.
All right.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Yeah, but also, Brian, how the fuck could you say that? What the fuck, bro? That's fucked up. Damn, son. How you gonna talk about Vince like that? My boy.
Wow. Thanks for coming to my defense. That was wow.
Yo, meet me at the flagpole, bro.
Oh, the flagpole. Okay.
But your mom made your lunch for you.
Oh shit.
I don't know.
Packing in that Tupperware too.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, your mom make you lunch because she loves you? Pussy? I don't know where I'm going with this. I just...
Let's thanks for writing in. Let's move on to our picks of the week. I'll start things off simple. So, The World Ends With You was a game that came out on the Nintendo DS.
It's a fantastic video game.
Many moons ago, and a lot of people, if you remember it, it was the game that took place over. You had 7 days to live, and you had to do some stuff.
You had to collect pins
basically
and play Tin Pin Slammer.
You were like the fashion police doing in Shibuya and like
hunting ghosts.
Yeah, more or less
hunting fashion ghosts.
But the thing that made this game special was its control mechanism.
Where you had 2 games at the same time on 2 screens.
And one was played with a D-pad and the other one was played with a touchscreen.
Yeah.
It was wild.
That's such a cool game.
It definitely was not for those of us, or for I guess, people who are not too savvy with hand-eye coordination.
Oh, you definitely had to have some experience under your belt with the Vidya games.
Yeah, like this wasn't even like you never played an RPG. This is like you never played 10 RPGs.
Yeah, this also wasn't like, you've never played a game on the DS.
Yeah. Like this was expert level. Like and it was never marketed that way. It just looked like a cool Square and Enix
had stylish people, everyone had zippers.
Yeah. They moved it onto the iOS platform where they unified the controls to one screen.
Boring.
And then they moved it on to the Switch, which I think was an amalgamation of both.
Doesn't the Switch have touchscreen?
It does, but it doesn't have 2 screens.
True facts.
So I remember they used like a custom control scheme for that one.
It was like a mix between the phone one and the DS one?
Yeah, and I never got around to getting it. I really should.
Neither did I. Probably should.
Yeah. Anyways, there was a teaser that went up earlier this week, and it was not a sequel or a new game in the series, unfortunately. It was, however, an announcement to an anime for The World Ends With You.
I'm at the point now where I think we're never gonna get a sequel to The World Ends With You. If anything, we'll get another remake, but I don't think we're gonna get a sequel.
Well, did that game need a sequel? I can't remember.
I remember it ending pretty finally.
Okay, now I remember why I wanted the Switch one. It had the extra chapter.
Oh yeah,
It had the extra chapter.
They made that new shit. Okay, yeah.
So that's why you wanted to get the Switch version. Anyway, so there's an anime coming out. I'm super pumped. I hope it's like stylish and flashy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be Square Enix who's doing the publishing on this one.
I believe so.
Like they're the anime publisher here, so they put out all right work. I think. I can't really remember, to be honest, what they put out like recently, where I was like, "Oh, hot! This is hot! This is awesome." I think they did Rage of Bahamut.
I haven't thought about that game since it came out.
What?
Rage of Bahamut?
Oh, I was talking about the anime.
Is that no? Am I thinking of something different?
No, you're thinking about the mobile game, Rage of Bahamut.
Oh yeah, it was a mobile game.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
But yeah, so there's an anime for The World Ends With You. Pretty hyped.
Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul.
Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Calm down. We got that. All right. But yeah, so check it out. 20.
How are they gonna? The art style is so fucking cool because it's like this mix of like weird demons and graffiti.
It's cool because it's like they made a game that looked cooler than Persona.
They did. It's like if demons were into streetwear.
Yeah.
Like if demons were into techwear, that's what the style is.
Yeah, it's so cool. So I can't wait to see what it's like. Like in my heart of hearts, I wish it was Trigger doing it, but
bro, you know what it's gonna be?
What?
You gotta watch 2 shows at once.
No.
Yeah. It's like extra widescreen.
No.
And it's 2 things happening at the same time, and you gotta watch 2 shows at the same time.
How wild would it be if they did it like they released it simultaneously on Crunchyroll and Funimation?
Oh!
But you had to watch the dub with the sub
for it to make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nuts. That'd be crazy. Yeah. I like it.
I don't know. It's wild.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I had.
So Twitch is in the news a lot lately. Game for reasons, a lot of sexual allegation stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not fun to talk about.
No.
And like I kind of don't want to talk about it unless fans really want to hear our opinion on it, which I doubt. So, I'm just going to get into it. Twitch suspended Donald Trump.
They sure did. They sure did.
Twitch temporarily suspended Donald Trump's channel, the President of the United States of America, for hateful content.
Wow.
And this has brought up a very interesting conversation because also recently Reddit has changed some of their policies and banned over 2,000 subreddits for hateful content and speech. And it's brought up the whole conversation of as private companies become the new town square, as they become the main place people talk about things.
Yes.
Do we need to regulate speech on the internet?
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
And it's one of those things where, like, you see in America, like, people complaining about masks, right? Like, it's my right to not wear a mask. And they are correct. But it is not their right to do that in private property, right? Whoever owns that property, they set the rules. If you come into my house and I tell you wear a fucking mask and you don't, get the fuck off my property. Yeah. If you go into a store and the store policy is wear a mask, then
put the fucking mask on.
Yeah, get the fucking mask on and get out of here.
Yeah.
Right? But as these internet sites become the playground of speech, they're not like, they've gone beyond the scope of store, right? Okay. Or just like gaming forum or something. They've gone to a scope of like, this is where people discuss like everything. And it's the main platform people discuss everything. So do they have to be this like regulated in a different category, right? Like even though the business is based out of America, which has very strict First Amendment rights, they're not allowing certain people to use their First Amendment rights. And it's the question of like, have internet sites become too powerful or too big to be governed by a private entity?
Mm.
And is it the downfall of government and the rising of our corporate future overlords?
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, it's a little biased, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but it's brought up some really interesting conversations. I don't know. It's that question is like so fucking out of my scope.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even know how to approach that one. Like it's definitely there's a lot to think about. There's lots of considerations, but not one I'm qualified to answer.
Yeah, this would be one I would like to ask the viewers, like if they have an opinion on it. But also, I feel that they would be in the same boat as us, where it's just like,
you'd think so.
Where the fuck do you even start with that? Yeah. The next one is also Twitch. One of the arguably the biggest Twitch streamer ever since Ninja and Trad left is Dr. Disrespect. If you've ever seen his stream, he's a very tall guy, wears a wig,
Sure does.
has sunglasses, wears bodyproof armor.
Yes.
Bulletproof armor.
Yes.
And he has this whole caricature of like being the 2-timer world champion in something. Right? Founder of the Champions Club, baby.
Yes.
One day, his channel was just banned.
Yep.
And nobody knows why.
Mm-hmm.
And now, this one, I think he's a Twitch streamer, Slasher, came out and said, I know why Dr. Disrespect got banned.
Oh, does he?
But I can't tell you.
Of course.
Because legal reasons.
Oh.
And now everyone is like, oh shit, what could it be for? And the internet is on fire with conspiracy theories, and it's fucking great. People are editing his tweets. I saw one. It was it was Dr. Disrespect's Twitter, and it said, I have information that will get Hillary Clinton in jail, like imprisoned. And they're just going absolutely wild. It's hilarious.
The world.
I love it. It's pretty interesting because like Twitch has been just striking down stuff with all their negative press they've been getting.
Yep.
And to ban someone permanently, which it seems permanently, because what happened is that I think he has a deal with Razer.
Yeah. And
so initially Razer took away their deal with Dr. Disrespect. And then they gave it back. And then they put his part of the website back up. And then they took it down again.
The fuck?
So everyone's like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And it's like this huge conspiracy theory, and it's really, really fun.
It does sound wild.
It's fantastic. Do you know what year it is today? You know what year it is right now?
2020.
2020, right?
Where are you going?
Do you know when the Wii came out?
Yeah.
When?
2006.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a new game coming out for the Wii.
What? What? Oh, please don't be Just Dance.
There's a game called Shakedown Hawaii.
Wait, why?
It's some like no-name game. But yeah, if you want it,
no,
you can buy it on the Wii because people are putting out Wii games still.
I think I gave away my Wii.
There's also a Wii U copy, just in case, you know. You want to play it on your Wii U?
No, that's a collector's edition.
This isn't really news. It's just weird, and I couldn't not bring it up.
Is this not coming out on the Switch?
It doesn't seem like it.
Oh my god!
It doesn't seem like it.
Why?
They're putting out 3,000 copies on the Wii.
Why? Why? This is ridiculous.
The Wii part is only coming out in Europe. I'm not sure about the Wii U one, but yeah, July 9th.
This is wild.
What are people doing?
Okay.
What are people doing?
Okay.
All right, whatever. And then the last one is the kind of one I don't know if we want to talk about it or if we want to touch on it because it's kind of touchy.
Yeah. Which
is voice actors in animated shows.
Yes.
Are canceling themselves.
Yes.
Because they feel that because they are portraying a character that is not of their race,
Yeah.
that they are doing a disservice and they are actively participating in racism.
Oh.
Because they're, quote, stealing jobs from people of color.
Yep.
End quote. Alison Brie quit playing a Asian character, I believe on was it BoJack Horseman?
Yep.
There were some people from The Simpsons who quit because their character wasn't in line with the race they are, and it's caused some spice on the internet.
Yes.
Do you have any take on this?
This reminds me of the story of Elmo's voice actor.
Which is?
I forget his name. But you know who he is, right?
I'll have to relook. I haven't thought about Elmo in a long time.
He's like a large black man.
Yes.
Yes. And I remember like when that came out, a lot of people were like, I don't know if it was shocked or not, but like people were just
Kevin Clash.
Yeah, they were always taking it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he does not look like he plays Elmo.
Yes. I think when that like went viral, a lot of like the community was kind of like, what the fuck, or like they had their opinions, which is, it's fine. I don't know, like on one hand I get it, like if I were to paint the world in black and white, then yeah, definitely they should stop, because like look at all the people rioting when like Scarlett Johansson decides to play an Asian character.
Yeah.
Right? Like I get it. Like it definitely, there's no argument against it, but at the same time, I don't know. It's also just like, well, I mean, if they sound good enough, they sound good enough.
Yeah. Also, at a certain point, like,
but then
it's acting.
It is acting, and like it's an actor's job to portray this type of character, like whatever. Maybe for authenticity purposes, yeah, you probably should have the correct person playing the designated role, and I think that definitely. You know what? Okay, yeah. I guess for me, I would agree with this kind of stuff. I'd be like, yeah, okay, I see why they're doing it, and they're just being respectful. They're just trying to do the right thing here.
Yeah.
Because I do definitely fall into that anime camp when it's like, oh, Hollywood's making this anime movie. Everyone's white. Awesome. And it's like, I kind of wish it was a bit more authentic, or a bit more like how... I guess I'm always a big fan of how the original creator had envisioned it, as opposed to an adaptation.
Well, yeah, of course, right? Like, even back in the day, it's like... Or fucking, what's his face? M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar movie.
Oh, yeah!
Right? Like, there are definitely ways where it's just like, oh, this is fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the thing is like, I don't know if I really agree with the animated portion of it,
because there's no face
because there's no face to it, and also like, if there, like, how do I put it, like, the part of voice acting an animated character is that you can make your voice in such a way that it doesn't really matter, and that if your voice is good, right, that's kind of the barometer of if you're gonna get hired or not. Like, the majority of male anime characters in Japan are voiced by women.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're not male.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't like take away from the show.
Yeah.
It's a voice. I would say that if you're trying to portray a character who is like their character in some way is ingrained in their culture, right? Maybe they have an accent. Yeah. Maybe they have strong cultural ties and something like that. And you want to keep that authenticity. I see no issue with wanting to hire someone who is of that culture to make sense. But like, if you're just playing, like, even my Asian friends, like, just say like, hey, like, these are whitewashed Asians. Like, there's a divide between. Yeah. Right. It's like, if you're just doing some North American person who happens to be Chinese. Yeah. Like, does it really matter? Yeah. At least that's how it is in my head. Like, but again. Yeah. I don't care if like someone plays an Italian character and they're not Italian. Yeah. But it also doesn't have the same amount of feeling as like the current state of racial tension that's happening right now. Yeah. Yeah. So
it's a tough call. Like, I don't know if I would want to. Yeah. Like, I agree. I don't know if I'd want to limit. Like, if I were making a cartoon or an anime, I don't know if I'd want to limit my available casting options specifically because I drew, or like my character is say a white male. I don't want to limit my options to just that, right? Or if it's or if it's like an Asian female, I don't want to just limit my options to be her voice for that.
Yeah.
You know, like I understand the argument. So.
Like the diversity argument works in the opposite direction as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could be animating a white guy.
Yeah.
Right? But there could be something that an Asian female could bring to the table of that animated character that nobody else could.
Yeah.
Right? And it also works backwards.
Yeah. For sure. And I think that's definitely that's one of the benefits to voice acting, right?
Yeah.
Like
you can embody whoever you're trying to be.
Yeah.
Whereas you bring up the Scarlett Johansson one, even though they wrote the story in that Ghost in the Shell movie for it to make sense.
Yeah.
Like, or I would say the better example was that Emma Stone, where she was like playing someone who was half Chinese or something in that one movie, the rom-com.
Emma Stone?
Yeah, Emma Stone was playing Asian movie. What was
Emma
Aloha?
Stone. Oh, Aloha. Oh.
Yeah, when did this come out? 2015.
Yeah.
And she was playing someone who was half some sort of Asian. Oh, Chinese, Hawaiian, Swedish descent.
Of course.
Right? That's what I think of Emma Stone when I see her. Chinese, Swedish.
Chinese, Hawaiian, Swedish.
Yeah.
Tasty.
And so you can get away with a lot more in voice acting. Like, it's not apples to oranges.
Right.
Is it to apples to oranges? I forget how that phrase works. It's not the same.
Yes.
Like, voice acting is not acting.
Yes.
But it's still, like, it's something that you can use your skills to break suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Right? When I hear Goku, I don't hear a fucking 80-year-old Japanese lady.
I do.
I hear a very nasally dork.
Yeah, that's
who
true.
only likes to fight.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a very interesting topic because, like, also other people are coming out and canceling themselves, like Jenna Marbles did on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, Jenna Marbles back in the day though, she had some
questionable content.
I do still remember when she did blackface.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh my god, she did a lot of like wow.
Yeah. Then there's also that question of just like, how long can you hold something over somebody?
Yeah.
And like for her, she felt bad about it.
Yeah.
And she took it upon her own accord to take whatever action she felt like taking.
Yeah.
So that's on her, right? Who gives a shit? But if someone were to say this was like, this is my deep state conspiracy theory, bro. What if she like got out ahead of it, man? She like remembered all of it and she like knew someone was gonna do something. Like, what if like the most nefarious situation is like she knew someone was gonna do something, so she got out ahead of it. And it's like, how long can you hold people's older actions against them and not recognize that they've grown as a person, especially on the internet with like the content they make?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's man, the internet.
Internet's crazy. Remember when you were a kid and you did something stupid and then everyone forgot about it last week?
Yeah, the internet does not let anyone forget. That's wild. I can't wait to see what like the modern day like YouTubers or social media presence like Twitch streamers or whatnot in like 10 years or 20 years you'll say. They look back.
Yeah, because as we go, like the internet is just more and more ingrained into our lives.
Yeah, it's like what shit did they do here today that's not going to be acceptable 20 years, right? So
there you go. But yeah, it was a spicy topic. I at least wanted to touch on it because I think it's very interesting. But that's yours. That's my picks. Oh wait, Alatreon finally has a release date.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
When's it happening?
I think it's July 9th.
The 9th.
I like looked at the trailer once.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's Alatreon. And then I just kind of turned it. July 9th. Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday, July 9th.
Got it.
There you go.
Cool.
You can get demolished by all the elements.
Sounds hot.
And cold.
Yeah.
And shocking. And dragon element.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Those are our picks.
Thank you.
I'll go into my week.
Sure.
I turned on Path of Exile.
Oh no.
To check out the new league.
Oh no.
They're in Harvest League.
Oh no.
You know how everyone loves Animal Crossing?
Oh no.
and like Harvest Moon.
Rune Factory.
And you can like make farms and collect stuff, collect fruit.
Enough. I've heard enough.
Yeah. What if you could kill monsters to collect seeds?
No.
And then go to your secret grove and grow monsters?
Why?
Because there's not enough mechanics in this game apparently.
Why?
The new league in Path of Exile is the Harvest League, and it's exactly what I just said. You kill monsters, you get these seeds, you go to your grove, and you can grow monster packs.
I don't like the sound of this.
But it's natural. It's GMO free. It's all natural, free range planting.
Oh, gross! You suck.
I started playing it. I was debating. I was like, oh, I'll make like an animated weapon character. It'll be so fun, whatever. And then
what happened?
And then I got like halfway through Act 1, and I was like, oh, I see the time sync coming. Goodbye. And then I turned the game off.
Okay, good.
And luckily I did not go back to it.
Good.
But the Steam Summer Sale started. The sale that everyone is waiting for all the time, forever.
Yes, for all the games that we can buy and never play.
Exactly. So I bought some games.
Oh my god.
And one of them I bought, it was The End Is Nigh. It's a 2017 like precision platformer made by the same guys who made Super Meat Boy.
Oh.
You play as a blob of tar.
Well, thank you for that.
And you are a live streamer.
Oh.
At the end of the world.
Wow.
And as you play, your favorite video game cartridge breaks.
What?
Yeah. So to go get a new one, you have to traverse the apocalypse.
Oh my god.
In precision platforming.
Oh my
to
god.
get a new video game.
God. This is one of those times where like games are not art.
But the mechanic in this, so it is precision platforming.
Yeah.
It is one-hit deaths, instant reloads.
Yes.
But the main mechanic in this game is hanging. So
hanging.
Yeah, on certain edges.
By a noose?
No.
Oh.
There are on corners of platforms and on certain like hooks and stuff that are protruding out of different buildings.
Yes.
You can suspend your character there.
Okay.
And it makes the platforming kind of go in a certain way where it's a lot more about angles than it is about jumping skills.
Okay.
Right? It is more about getting on right hooks to jump at certain angles to get through different obstacles and stuff like that. So like as you're playing, like you'll go onto the hook of a building, but because you put weight on it, the building will start falling. But then that hook gives you a different jump angle to where you can go through a second falling building that just has the right amount of space for you to not get hit by a spike in like this certain specific archetype.
I see.
Right. And the hooks and the grabbing changes how you kind of get through obstacles, play the game.
Yes.
Certain levels will have, say, like a moving block. Right, and then you can hang off the corner of one.
Yes.
But then as your block is moving, you have to get up, jump over this, and then hang on another piece, hang lower, hang higher, and stuff like that. It's a pretty minor change, but it makes some really interesting changes to how you play a platformer. And it's hard as fuck.
Well, they made Super Meat Boy, so I can imagine.
Yeah, and the game, I think Celeste came out last year, right?
Yeah, Celeste.
This game kind of has similar level structure to Celeste.
Okay.
Where Super Meat Boy is like, this is the level. This is 1-1, this is 1-2, and we're just going. This game is more open.
Okay.
And you will be in this world, like this tile set.
Yeah.
But like in Celeste, where each screen is very seamless, and you have like off the beaten path areas, this has a ton of it. So it's like, oh, there's a bottomless pit here. But the rest of the level, the only hazards are spikes.
Yeah.
So that bottomless pit seems a little bit off.
Yeah.
So if you jump into it, lo and behold, there's a secret area, right? And then you can like loop around back and do whatever. And there's a lot of really clever hidden things. Like you have to really pay attention to how a level is laid out to kind of find the thing that's off about it. And then it's like, maybe there's a secret there and you go check and do whatever.
Yeah.
It makes it really fun to explore on top of like having this really fucked up difficulty.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I really like it. On Steam, I think it was like $4 or some shit. It was really cheap. But yeah, I played about 2 hours of it. It was fucking fantastic. I had a really good time. And all the music is like these really fun remixes of like classical jams.
Yeah.
So like you want to have like post-apocalyptic Canon and D, like we got your back, baby.
Yeah.
It's cool. I like it. And then I started playing Final Fantasy VII again.
Original.
The OG, the PS1.
PS Resistance.
And I finally got out of Midgar.
Good for you.
I realized, like, I got to, what is it? Calm, the town. And I had Cloud's whole flashback scenario where he goes back to his hometown. Nibelheim.
Yep.
And fucking Sephiroth is a baller.
Oh yes,
right?
he is.
There's that one fucking scene where you get into a random battle.
Yeah.
And it's Cloud and Sephiroth.
Oh, and you get to control Sephiroth?
You don't get... No, he just controls himself.
Oh, but you see his numbers.
And you see all the numbers. And you're fighting a dragon.
Yeah.
And the dragon one-shots you, and then he does life too. And then he one-shots you, and then he does life too. And then Sephiroth just kills him in 2 hits while you're dead. And the way they script that battle, I find is so fucking comical.
Yeah.
Because just, like, you get your attack at the beginning, and before you can even attack, you die.
Yeah.
And then he raises you, and then as soon as you're able to attack again, Sephiroth kills the dragon. And I'm like, that's such a clever way to incorporate game mechanics to show how powerful this character is beyond just numbers.
Yep.
Right? Like, you don't even get a chance to touch this thing.
Yeah.
The other one was that motorcycle mini game where you're running out of... You fight against, was it Ralph? And then while you're leaving an exploding Shinra...
Oh yes, it is.
And then you gotta
sword swipe?
Protect your friends on the motorcycle. Bro, that game sucks. That is garbage. That is absolute trash. I didn't even have to swipe. I could just run into every motorcycle and it was fine. like it was hot garbage.
That's where the famous Cloud on a motorcycle comes from.
Here's my mind-blowing revelation. I didn't know Cloud had a motorcycle in this game.
Yeah.
I thought that was like an Advent Children exclusive.
No, and that's the only appearance of the motorcycle. Like, it doesn't show up anywhere else.
That's so funny.
That's it.
Yeah, like, I saw that and I was like, oh, he has a motorcycle in this game?
Yeah.
But I know enough about Final Fantasy VII to where, like, I don't remember any instance of other sections I've seen where he actually has it.
Nope, that's it.
That's it. That's the one scene.
That's it.
And he puts everyone else in the fucking Scooby-Doo mystery pickup truck.
Yes. It's so strange how, because, like, you see all this merchandise or, like, marketing of Cloud, and he has a bike.
Yeah. And I thought it was such a big integral part of his character.
No.
But it's not. It's just cool.
Yeah. It's just one thing he did, and you're like, okay.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. I even think on the original game, like the PS1 game, on the back cover, the bike is like there.
Oh, is it really?
Like as a piece of artwork.
Oh, I might have that copy.
Like I can't remember, but yeah, it might be.
That's hilarious. But man, I don't know why everyone fucking knocks on Cloud for being an edgelord, because Sephiroth is the ultimate edgelord.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't know how I wasn't spoiled on this in some way, because this is like when we watch Code Geass.
Yeah.
And the fans are all like, oh, hey, this thing is the craziest thing in the show. It's like, no, bitch, it's not. That thing is. Like, what are you talking about? The fact that Sephiroth basically learns that he's gifted. Like, he's the gifted kid in class.
Yeah.
And then he becomes an asshole to all his fellow students.
Yeah.
But instead of being an asshole, he just murders everybody.
Yeah.
Like, he sets that whole town on fire.
Yeah, he cuts out the bullshit.
He cuts everybody.
Yeah.
He kills Tifa's dad.
Yeah.
Stabs Tifa.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I learned I'm an alien. Therefore, everything I've ever learned on my time on this planet is moot, because I'm better than you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He's the ultimate edgelord.
Yeah.
And like,
even his exit scene in that is pretty sick.
Yeah.
He walks out in fire.
Yeah, and he's just like, I don't give a shit. And he rips off the robot version of his mom to reveal, was it like the Celtic, Celeste or something version of it, and like, that scene's iconic.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the backstory behind that scene. And it just, like, kind of took all the seriousness out of it. So I'm like, damn, Sephiroth, you're a fucking weeb. Like, what the hell? other than that, like, it's the one thing I noticed is, so I've played and finished Crisis Core
Yeah.
on the PSP,
Yes.
and it's really fucking weird having the information from Crisis Core
first. Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Because there was a situation in Calm where he's having his flashback to Nibelheim,
Yeah.
and he'll go into certain buildings,
Yeah.
and he'll have these like segmented flashbacks where it's like, oh, I'm talking to my mom, but it's just like flashes of memory. It's not all consistent, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's just Zack, baby. Like,
Yes. Yes.
like all the Crisis Core shit is coming back.
Yeah.
But I'm not supposed to know that at this point in the game.
No.
And it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's a really weird way to experience this game.
Yeah, like people like to shit on Cloud for being an edgelord or kind of like being a little moody.
Yeah.
When you realize like everything about him is like it's all justified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like I never got from the fandom, and I also never got from like the little I played of it before, where I just kind of didn't like the mechanics before, and then now I'm going through it.
Yeah.
But whenever people talk about Cloud, they just like they talk about him in a way where I'm just like, oh, he seems like an insufferable fucking dweeb.
Yeah.
Right? And they totally miss like all the depth that this character has. Yeah. And like the actual person who I thought had depth was Sephiroth is so just one note evil and a fucking garbage, and a garbage person, right? Like I don't know what the Final Fantasy VII fandom is doing. Yeah. Like they're focusing on like all the wrong things that make those characters what they are. Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Cloud gets pretty interesting towards the end of that game where you're like...
He's like more, like 100 times more interesting now than he has ever been portrayed in anything else.
Yeah, because you obviously know it's going to get to a point where he realizes that those are not his memories.
And like, who is he? What am I?
And that's when his character gets real interesting.
And nobody focuses on that shit. It's just like, he's got a big sword and he's sad all the time.
Well, the truth is, a lot of people only ever played up to Midgar and they're like, yo, that's it.
That's the game. That's the whole video game.
Yeah, that's Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. And it's just like, wow, like, Final Fantasy VII fans did him real dirty.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
All they focused on was like, yo, Tifa's the hot one.
Yeah, Tifa's a hot one. And then when she's a kid, she's got a cowboy suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did they not mention the cowboy suit? That shit was cute as fuck. Tifa's an adorable kid.
With that hat.
She's got that hat and the vest, and she's like, I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. It
makes me feel bad for when I was in that jail cell with Tifa and I went to go check on Aerith first.
In the slight spoilers for remake, but they basically have a CGI, like a CG cutscene version of that cowboy Tifa.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
And she's like tiny.
Yeah.
Oh. Cowboy Tifa is best Tifa. I don't know.
Wow.
She's so cute.
I don't know about that.
In terms on the cuteness scale.
Okay. All right.
On the terms of the badass bitch scale.
Yeah, okay. Fine. Fair enough.
Also, I didn't realize Tifa had a karate master.
Oh, you thought she just woke up one day and was
I thought she was just baller.
I wish.
Yeah, I met that guy who has a cape. And he's all like, oh, I'm Tifa's trainer and blah, blah, blah. Show me some soldier techniques later. And it's like, dude, I hope I meet him later. He sounds awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, I got out of Midgar, and the thing that people mostly talk about and revere is Midgar. And I have a feeling that as I go through that game, that's going to be the worst part of that game.
It is the worst part of the game. People remember Midgar a lot because it was unlike Final Fantasy. Like if you're going from 1 to 6, and then you hop into 7, you're like, what is this?
It's barely even an RPG other than the battle system. It's a very linear story game. And now that I'm out of Midgar, I'm like, oh, here's Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruh, I don't understand these fandoms, man. I don't understand these fandoms.
Oh, listen. You might be converted yet. 7 might be the greatest.
It's definitely not bad, but there is some goofy shit in there.
Hell yeah.
Where I'm just like, ooh, buddy boy. Ooh, you're treading weird. You're treading on weird ice.
Dude, it was 1997. Yeah. What do you expect?
Hey, yo, how'd you meet that dog? I don't know. He was in a cage.
Oh yeah.
Why can't he talk? Whatever.
He just does, okay?
He just talks. All right, fuck off.
Just accept it.
It's almost as weird as meeting Cat Sith in 8. Or is it 9? What's the one where you meet the guy in a swamp and he has a fork for a weapon and he eats monsters if you last kill them and he's the blue mage basically? Is that 9?
Kate Sith?
Is it Kate Sith?
That's 7.
Is it 7?
You're gonna meet him soon.
No, because I played that. Final Fantasy 9 Blue Mage.
I mean,
Yeah, like I forget. No, yeah, Blue Mag. Oh, Queena.
oh, is that who you're thinking?
Yeah,
of?
I was thinking
Okay,
of
okay.
Queena from
Okay.
Final Fantasy 9.
Kate Sith is 7.
Okay. And he's at the gambling. I think he's like a gambling person. Rolls dice, I think.
You'll see.
All right, we'll see.
You'll see.
But yeah, Final Fantasy 7 is slowly shaping up to be better than I was originally led to believe.
Okay.
Because the fandom is utter garbage.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good.
So hopefully, like, I'm in a place now where I'm just like, I want to play this game.
Do you have any other characters?
I have.
You have Sid?
So I do not have Sid.
Okay.
So the latest new character my whole party right now is Cloud, Tifa, Barrett, Red 13, Aerith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I just got, was it PMS system?
Okay.
Or Q, I forget the acronym, and I can just change party members on the fly.
Yeah.
For some reason, I needed that to do that. I don't know. Like, I got a magic cell phone that allows me to change party members.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, they had to incorporate weird mechanics in the 90s to explain bullshit.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You can get Yuffie. I think you can get Yuffie now.
Oh, really? Like that early? If I go, like, exploring, maybe I can find her? Or...
If you walk into any forest
Ooh.
and you just random battle,
That's
she'll show up.
That's a pro tip.
Yeah.
We'll check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You might also be able to get Vincent, but I can't remember.
The materia system's fun. The whole linking of abilities and how what you link to them increases certain aspects.
Do you have all?
I do. I have 2 alls.
That's so useful.
It's so useful.
That's so useful.
Yo, I put Cure All
Yes.
on fucking Aerith,
Yes,
and I
yes.
put Fire All on Cloud.
Yeah.
And they crush. They fucking crush.
Yes. Cure all it's so clutch.
But you can only use like a certain amount of alls per match. Or...
Yeah, per match.
But I guess as I level it up, I'll get more. And whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a point where I was facing the mechanic tank at the end of the highway at Midgar, and I had so many magic materia equipped to Cloud that my bolt did more damage than cross slash.
Whoa.
Yeah, like my bolt was hitting for like 290, and my cross slash was hitting for like 170.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking wild.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm playing it, and I think I'm on that train now. I think I'm just gonna try and mow through it. And
Good luck.
yeah, it's fucking dumbass fans.
Good luck.
They unsold me on the game.
I mean, it's a good game.
Okay. We'll see how good it is. We'll see where it ranks
It's pretty good.
in the echelon.
Some would say the best.
Hopefully, it's better than Final Fantasy 2.
I can guarantee you it is.
Hopefully, it's better than Mystic Quest.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know.
And we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
That's my week, man.
That's your week?
That's all the new stuff in my week.
I don't really have any updates this week. You know, it's been we're recording a day earlier.
We're gonna go do stuff on Canada Day.
Yeah, and so the past, you know, I don't know if I mentioned it here, but like all month I've had 4-day weekends, and those 4-day weekends I've been spent with just, you know, going out doing stuff, and then I've been spending the other 3 days in the week just rapidly catching up on work so that I can like for my real job so that I can have more fun on the 4-day weekends. So that's kind of where like my headspace is at. It's been a lot of just watching YouTube videos, like just here and there. Just
ooh, baby, so have I.
Yeah, it's because it's just easily consumable. You know, I've been back into just watching sneakers.
I've been watching this one YouTuber called Narcoleptic Nugget, and
Wow.
he's a Rainbow Six Siege streamer.
Okay,
And I've watched so many of his videos.
you
that I've
recommend
reinstalled
Oh no,
Rainbow Six Siege.
Shit, yeah.
And I'm like, maybe I should buy a hard mouse pad.
Oh
like,
my god. Yeah. So like that's basically what I've been doing. You know, like the one thing I've been really hooked on watching is I don't know if you've heard of the channel Donut Media.
Mm-hmm.
They're the car people.
I think it's been recommended in my feed, but I've never actually clicked on it
They
yet.
have one series called Up to Speed,
Okay.
and all it is they take either like a single car or like a car brand or like a car something associated to a certain car. Like they'll just focus on Type R, like that's Honda, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, what is Honda's racing development? And they do it, and it's super informative, but they present it in such a goofy and like just high energy way.
Oh, that sounds great.
And it's just like they have tons of like running in jokes and like a lot of like anime bullshit. Like I always recommend, or like if I were to recommend, like because everybody knows the Skyline, just watch the GTR one,
Okay.
and you'll be like, oh shit. Like you think you know this car, and it's like you probably do, but they'll tell you something that you don't. The other one that's worth watching is there's the Tirreno, the Corolla from Initial D, because everyone's like, yo, Hachiroku, bitch.
Okay. What's this thing called? Donut Media?
Yeah, like it's fun. Like the presenter, he's so into it, and like they have like you can tell they really love cars, but like I don't know who's doing the research for them.
Oh, they have a Nismo one?
Yeah, like
that sounds great.
whoever does the research for these videos, just they're definitely like the star here because they just pull out so much obtuse facts that you're just like, what the fuck? And yeah, it's great. They're a bit lengthy. I think they're all over 10 minutes. They might be closer to 20. So, but like
because GT86 one is 20 minutes.
Yeah,
1922.
Yeah, so like I've been putting that on and open and still going through my back catalog of toys to open up. This week I opened up a Macross toy, like a VF1.
Okay.
Not really much to say there. It's for people out there listening. It's the DX Chogokin VF1, and it's the 1/48th scale, so it's the biggest one you can buy.
Sounds big.
And if you've ever bought a VF1, it's the same toy, just larger.
Just metal.
Not even all metal, but there's metal components. Okay. But it's just larger.
Because the Soul of Chogokin stuff is usually the high end. Like, is it the same model as that Gaogaigar?
Yeah,
like same level of tier quality.
Yeah, so I guess Soul Chogokin is basically the high end for super robots.
Yeah.
And then on the other end, they have metal build for real robots. So
real robots.
Yeah, that's like Gundams and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But Macross, because they're jets with legs, they have a special line that they just put them under Deluxe Chogokin. So it's like, I guess it's a blending of the two. It's my favorite VF1.
Okay.
But at this point, I've been through so many of them that it's like Optimus Prime, right? Like,
how many Optimus Primes can you own until?
Yeah, and like at the end of the day, yes, there is one that's definitively the best. But it's not like it's the best because it is doing something so amazingly better than the rest. It's just that after years and years of refinement and seeing of how many different ways we could do this, they've reached a point through small tweaks that you're like, oh, this is the best one. Because I've been through the history of how these are all there.
Is this like oh, this newest one is the best one?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait 3 models.
Yeah.
Until the subsequent upgrades become the new worth buying.
Unfortunately, that seems to be the way.
Okay.
The only problem is because Macross is still stuck under licensing hell. Like these toys are impossible to get.
Is that why there's so much on the aftermarket?
Yeah, that's why they're like $400. And like, to be honest, I was sitting there thinking like, should I just sell it? But then I was like, no, I'll open it. I'll see what's up.
Okay. They'll drop the value by $20 and see what's up.
And whatever.
And then I'll sell it.
I'll sell it next time. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. I went shopping.
Oh.
I went to outlet malls.
Okay.
Now that we're open here, strapped on a mask, and let me tell you, people were in desperate need to go shopping.
People got to spend that money.
Like I walked up to a couple stores and I'm like, it's an outlet mall, obviously. So like, it's all strip mall, it's all outdoor. I did this yesterday. And Some stores you would expect to have lines, obviously.
Of course.
Like I didn't even bother trying to get to the Nike store.
Yeah.
Because their line was whatever. But there were other stores like Versace and Prada
That had lines?
that had hella lines.
There are a lot of rich people in Toronto, my friend.
I wasn't in Toronto.
Where were you?
I was in Milton.
Oh my god! I guess Milton makes sense.
Oakville?
Yeah, oh fuck. Still, that's surprising as fuck.
Like, it was insane.
They just really need to burn some cash.
Yeah,
Like,
so I ended up walking into like all these other stores, which are just like, I'll just shop at the low end.
go to
Shit.
Payless.
Yeah, like what can I find here? And it turned out like a lot of the stores that I would normally frequent, I just didn't bother walking into because they're just lines.
Yeah.
I bought shoes. Went to New Balance and got some shoes.
You said you didn't go to the Nike store.
I went to New Balance.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to buy some just basic t-shirts because like it's the summer. I need some colorful t-shirts.
I need some basic tees.
So
How often are you supposed to replace basic tees?
I go through them every year.
Because I've had the same basic tees for like 5 years.
I don't know. Like I feel like you can tell when they feel worn. Like
they feel worn.
Like there's a
but
difference.
They look cooler.
There's a difference between a worn-in shirt and a worn-out shirt.
So I found recently fighting game kids will remember this. There used to be a website called brokentier.com.
Ooh.
And they sold fighting game graphic tees.
Yes.
And it's actually in probably some of our old YouTube videos. I was wearing it.
I know what you're talking about.
Where it's like tiger or whatever. And I recently found it again. And I put it on and I was like, this is worn as fuck. Because around the collar, it's got a hole here now. Like the shirt is becoming separated from the collar. Oh. And then I was like, vintage.
Oh my god.
This is some vintage shit now.
Oh my god.
Everything old is cool.
No. So I got some basic tees. I was like, oh yo, these are on sale for $10. Less 20%. I'm like, sick.
Buckets.
And then my girlfriend, being the extreme couponer she is, she's like, hold on. I take an additional 50 off lowest. I'm like, yes. So
damn, look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Striking them deals so I can spend more money on toys.
Does she have coupons for toys?
Unfortunately, no. She has no insight to that.
Boo.
It's only if we buy fashion.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess.
Unfortunately. Yeah. And then it's just been, basically my week has basically just been like going back out into the world and seeing what that's like now. We have all these new parameters that we have to be accountable for.
Yeah, it's kind of...
And the world's a weird place.
I will admit that I too myself have like kind of missed the shopping high.
Yeah.
Of just like sometimes I find myself going somewhere to like
just to look. To
not even shopping. I was just like, you know what? I could make a nice coffee at home, but I'll just go to McDonald's because I feel like I need to spend money. Like,
yeah, I get that issue.
It's like $3.
It's bad, but like
it is
I get
really
it.
bad, and it's like the dopamine high you get from like spending cash.
Yeah, but
I can twist it. It's the dopamine high I get from helping the economy.
Wow, wow! McDonald's summer drink days are here. $1 drinks, baby. So that's gonna be my summer plans.
Okay.
But yeah, so adjusting to the world, patio life has been interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Only because of the heat.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't do well with heat. I sweat very easily and I get sticky very easily.
Makes sense.
But I found out my girlfriend is even worse. So it's been a lot of just like, yo, we gotta get out of here. Like,
we need to go.
Like, get your like. It lately it's just become like we both bring overnight bags, but it's just like after lunch it's like, all right, we gotta switch.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it's been like recently. But that's it, I think, for me. Nothing much else. I have a surprise.
What?
But I'll announce that. Follow my Twitter, and you'll see something.
Am I gonna like after the podcast?
No.
You're gonna have a surprise?
No, not after the podcast.
Can you tell me what it is before you tweet it?
Sure.
In confidence.
Sure.
And I won't go behind your back and tell people.
Okay, sure.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
All right then.
Fine.
That's it for me.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.